Good morning, my friends. It's Friday morning, and this video is going to be about conquering your self-doubt, inspiring yourself, appreciating little things in life. Think of 5 things in your daily life that you can make your life more beautiful, just teeny little things. We're also talking about Eleanor Roosevelt today, when she was the First Lady of the United States, and up against all odds, as a woman, she said some very encouraging things. I'll bet you can come up with plenty more than 5. Little things like lighting candles, having a cup of tea in the afternoon in one of your china cups and saucers instead of a mug. I can think of one that when I change the sheets, or I have the grandkids help me now. Moosey used to help me, but that turned into a 3-ring circus. But I always loved the feeling of getting into bed at night in clean, crisp sheets. Now, these are simple little things, but that's what we should be doing right now in this time of the pandemic, in this time of chaos, when the world seems to be in such a chaotic situation. Think of some tiny little things in your own home or outside. Bird watching for Moosey and I is one of them, just listening to the birds in the morning. He's out there now enjoying his breakfast. Just a simple, beautiful thing. That's what calms him. And I could think of a million things, but we'll talk about a few of those. By the way, in this side shot in my living room here, you're seeing down into Moosey's world, where that corner down there where he has all his books, his chair, his TV, his computer, his iPad. And I also see my Dyson vacuum leaning up against it. So there's a little chaos going on in here in the house. You don't always see those parts. You only see the pretty parts. And yet, I still want to make my life beautiful with little tiny things that make you feel good among some chaos. And yet, there are ways to elevate your life with the little beautiful moments that make you feel good. Right now, as you can see, I got ready a little bit. You know, my hair's getting long, but I'm going to try and keep my hair down today. Normally, I'll have it up all summer. I've started to put my nail polish on. Doing so much gardening and crafting that I've been neglecting me. But there was something I wanted to talk about. In one of the last videos, I think it was just the recent one or the one before, you ladies are coming up with the greatest comments, and what you write about just inspires me. And I get my inspiration from a lot of you. I get my inspiration from other people. I read about so many things. I'm very curious. And if someone mentions someone, I don't know anything about them, I'll look it up. And someone mentioned something, it was just a quote by Eleanor Roosevelt. In case you're not familiar with Eleanor, I'm sure everyone is, and they have their feelings about Eleanor. But she was born in 1884, and her uncle was Teddy Roosevelt, Theodore Roosevelt, who we've all heard a lot about, of course, a president of the United States very early on. And eventually, she met her 5th or 7th cousin, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. And in 1905, she married him. She had a funny upbringing. She was one of a larger family, several daughters, and wasn't thought of as the belle of the ball of the family. Even her mother was kind of funny about that. And she was not brought up with a lot of courage, self-confidence. She was sent away to London when she was 14 or 15 to school. And in the school, those women over there taught them in the school that she went to be leaders and to be self-confident women. And that's what Eleanor became, despite a lot of setbacks, despite dealing with her strong husband, so many other things, so much disrespect given to her. And she was a feminist. She was an activist. She believed in so many things, in the advancement of women, always encouraging women. And there were so many quotes that Eleanor said over the years that will inspire you. Now, to get back to one of you ladies, one of you put in your comment one of Eleanor's quotes, one of my very favorites. No one can make you inferior without your consent. I love that. She was a strong woman, fighting everything, fighting self-doubt. Might be fun for you to go back and read some of her quotes. I have finished one hand and I have to do the other. So if I can do this, let's see if it works. You know, I am a lefty and I've already done the other hand. So I'm doing this with my right hand, trying to get my bubblegum pink. My nice pale nude pink is still under my nightstand. I was reminded that one of the great ladies, like I get so many hints from you, she has one of these sticks that picks things up. And she reminded me that I could do that. And guess what? Moosey has one of those sticks. So I'm going to borrow his stick and get my other nail polish. Otherwise, in the meantime, we're going to have to go with this color. Now, it is a bit bubblegummy, but it does the trick, right? So let's get on with this, and I'll be taking down my hair in a little while too. It's getting long and I don't know what it's going to look like. We are going to a little birthday party for a couple of hours tomorrow for two of our grandchildren. Matthew's son, Dolan, is going to be 13, and his daughter, Lauren, is going to be 17. Oh, can't believe these kids are growing up. They've decided to go down to the beach and stay in one of the beachfront hotels for the weekend and celebrate both birthdays. And so they invited us to come down and spend a couple of hours outside the pool in the late afternoon because, of course, they'll be checking in the morning. And they have these tunnel slides and things out at the pool, and it's always nice in the late afternoon. And that's where the kids want to be for the weekend. So I'm going to start taking my curlers out. I don't think it did much. I put them in this morning. They're not heated curlers. I don't know what it's going to do because I have been wearing my hair up and I'm afraid that it's not going to look very good. But little by little, I'll take these curlers out, see what happens. And then I can go out. You can maybe see Moosey a little bit today. And I feed my cats, give the birds something. And I need some good curlers, maybe some hot rollers that have clips on them. Sheila, I saw you in curlers the other day. Can you let me know what those pink curlers are? I think they were hot rollers and they had a real great clip. That's my problem, trying to keep these things in. Well, I just went into the bathroom and I put a little of my dry shampoo in there, Tresemme dry shampoo, which I do love, as you know. And I recently have bought this Extra Hold. I believe it's a Tresemme product as well. And I did some scrunching here, a little dry shampoo to lift it up, and I think it'll last for a while. Not long because of the heat. There's humidity today, but what you can do with a few products. Okay, let me find some of these Eleanor Roosevelt quotes, only because I just think that they're so empowering And thank you for reminding me about Eleanor. I've always enjoyed some of her quotes, and every once in a while there's a documentary that comes on, and I love it. Now I'm looking on my iPad now to find these quotes, and you can go on YouTube, just type in Eleanor Roosevelt quotes, and you might be inspired or encouraged by some of them. We gain courage and wisdom from every instance in which we stop to look fear in the face. With the new day comes new strength and new thoughts. You wouldn't worry so much about others or what others think of you if you realized how seldom they do. I love that one. To handle yourself, use your head. To handle others, use your heart. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift. That is why it is called the present. And I think a lot of us have heard that one. Did you know that was something that Eleanor Roosevelt said? The most unhappy people in the world are those who face the days without knowing what to do with their time. And kind of that's what we've been speaking about too. Oh, love these. I'm sorry, I'm going overboard. Here's one I love. You know me and my candles. I love candles and clocks and a whole bunch of other things. But I love candles and I love lighting them. Just the feeling of lighting a candle. I have them all over the house. Light a candle instead of cursing in the dark. That's one of the little beautiful things in life that you can do for yourself, besides jumping into a freshly made bed and feeling the sheets. A lot of these sensations of feeling beautiful moments in our life or choosing to create beautiful moments are based on the five senses of sight and smell and hearing and taste and touch. Well, let's hope that Eleanor inspires you to get to this point. I think it was Darlene who, in one of her comments just yesterday I read, made a list of all the chaos in the world and all the things wrong with our world. It's total chaos. Her comment was, we have to make our own choices within the chaos, and I believe that in order to stay on top of it and ahead of it, you're responsible for you and how you feel, and you can make your own little life right here in your home. I can do that in my little cottage, in my little garden. Just take time to recognize the beautiful things in life, so simple, that you can do to elevate your feelings or elevate just your day. Think of 5 or 10 of your own. And gosh, I could go on. To hear a bird sing, to hear a baby laugh. Oh my gosh, Moosey and I love that. I love the smell of cinnamon. So many. And I'm not going to give you all of mine. You think of some simple things like that to make you feel that your life is beautiful, no matter what else is going on in the world. And you can do that all by yourself, by the way. So, Moosey,
Yeah.
I want you to tell me some of the little things in your life that you can think of that just make your daily life a bit elevated, beautiful things that you love that can get you through the chaos of the world, let's say.
Well, I'm not in the chaos of the world. I am isolated here. No chaos can get at me here. Spend a lot of time looking at the birds. And I could spend 3, 4, 5, 6 days and nothing happened. It's all right. But when something happens, that's a big thing for me. And it happened about 2 hours ago, an hour ago. I saw a bird over there, a stranger, and that's what I like, strangers. What are you doing out here? and I kind of studied it with my binoculars and finally came out with a decision that it was an Eastern towhee.
Wow.
So I looked up in the computer. They don't come out here. So now I'm stumped.
But it's made your life beautiful because it's
very,
something new.
Very small thing. I think the biggest thing is little babies.
I told you that. We love the laughing. Our grandchildren are very good about sending us little videos that they take of their little ones. And some of the things they do and say, we get the biggest kick out of them, don't we?
I think it's bizarre because we could be watching a commercial and there'd be a baby in the commercial and I'll still love that baby. I just love babies. Forget that it's ours or somebody else's.
Okay, think of our little cottage that we have our chaotic moments in the cottage. Think of something within the cottage that you just find that gives you a peaceful feeling. Anything there besides my chaos?
Chaos kind of creeps up on you so you don't really notice it. I love my new chair, settling in it, opening a book. That's great.
That's when I observe Moosey in what I feel are his peaceful, gentle, quiet moments, is when he is reading poetry or a good book. I think even more than the baseball games, which he loves. You ate it all, didn't you? Oh no, you have your own. Is when he's just sitting there, the peaceful look on his face. I find that one of your quiet, peaceful, beautiful moments.
You think I'm beautiful?
Of course. Well, I got to get busy here. I've got to get going. I got to get birdseed and presents for the kids. I hope you all have a very lovely weekend, no matter how you spend it. And I think I might even be getting a glimpse of the ocean. Now, whether we'll be able to go over to the ocean, maybe one of the teenager kids will walk me across the street. The hotel is right on the ocean, but on the other side. So maybe there's a bridge or something going over Pacific Coast Highway, and I can put my feet in the sand and maybe even walk down and feel the water on my feet. That's something I'm looking forward to. I know it'll happen sooner or later, maybe in September, Mikey said, we'll go up to that little place on the coast. So thank you once again so much for all your wonderful comments. I noticed that a lot of you are reaching out to other of our friends, and please do that. This is a community, and if you don't have a lot of other social support in your life, try and think of this as maybe just a small support in your life. We're here for you, all of us, and I love some of the comments that you are making to other people to express your sadness or your happiness or to send your prayers or your blessings. God bless us all. We'll see you soon.